Okay, I'm going to talk about the RIP Remix Manifesto video. I guess I'll start with talking about how out of control copywriting has become. He said in the video that it was originally intended to encourage creativity, not stop it. I thought that was a valid and interesting point. It definitely has become out of control. And I think that when the process of copywriting is so complicated that people will definitely try their best to avoid it. And I think that it shouldn't be such a costly or complicated process, because then people will just ignore it completely like they do. And they'll do anything they can so that they can be creative in their own way without it being so expensive or so, without punishment. And I thought that Girl Talk was really absorbed in his music, and seeing how crazy he got and what a high he got off of his remixes and stuff really showed what an artist he really was, because he was so passionate about it. And it takes a lot of work to manipulate the songs the way he did, and piece everything together and create a mashup, just like that step-by-step process that they showed the copywriting lady. It was really intricate, and it takes a lot of work to piece things together. It's kind of like a collage artist would do, and I'm not sure what the copywriting is with that means of art, as far as taking pictures and paintings or whatever and photographs from other artists. You know, like when people make collages, that's what he's doing with music. So I think it's interesting. I was skeptical about mashups and remixes. I kind of cast them aside. I didn't really give them the time of day, because I didn't think it could be put on the same level as actual music and original music, because it's just not like out of your brain directly, you know, it's not your own music. But then now I kind of think that it's apples and oranges. You can't really compare mashups with original pieces, because they're different means of art, I guess, different realms. Mashups, let me see. It's like a warped kind of medley. You're taking all these pieces of music, and it's a new kind of piece of music, and I think it takes a lot of work, but it's a different kind of work. Like I said, it's apples and oranges. I think it's still respectable, because it takes a lot of drive and manipulation to make it and create it. So it definitely takes a musical ear as well. Like, I was amazed at how he just pieced different songs together. Girl Talk especially. I've actually heard some of his music before, and I was just like cleaning up around my friend's house with her, and she put it on to play. She put on Girl Talk, and I was like, what is this? And I was like jamming out to it, because it's really catchy. It's like so absorbing, and I was just like dancing and having a great time. And it's like, you can appreciate it because you know the little tidbits that he puts in there. It's all these songs that we've heard of, and then on the other hand, you could have never heard of some of the songs that he's included in there. So I think it's also useful, and some artists they should be appreciative of this, actually, because it gets their voice out there. While someone might turn on Girl Talk because they know of a certain clip that they like that's in his medleys or mashups, then they'll discover other artists within that and be like, wow, what's that piece of music? Maybe I should go check it out. And I think it gives the artists, you know, it gets their voice out there to people who might not have originally picked up their album or their song. So I think it's useful, and I understand why they would be upset with people using their art, you know, and not giving them any credit for it. But then again, people, it gets their music out there anyway, and I think that's the point of music, to let it be heard and spread it. So that's what Girl Talk and all these mashup artists are doing. and I think that's a really good thing. I especially thought that the comparison to Andy Warhol was appropriate because he takes like pop art, or he makes pop art, I'm not really sure, but he takes all those pieces from other artists or, you know, photographs and makes them his own in a certain kind of way. And I never appreciated Andy Warhol. I really still don't. I think that I'm not a fan of his art. I always thought it was unoriginal, you know, and I guess that was ignorant in kind of a sense. I mean, it just doesn't speak to me. But on the other hand, that's what this mashup is doing, and so it made me rethink Andy Warhol's stuff because he is, in a sense, making it his own and taking something that was already created, recreating it, and sending it back out there as something new. So I think that's what the mashups are doing as well, and it's just, it's new and exciting, I suppose, and I think it'll be weird to see what happens in the future, how much of the music industry or the art industry will be made up of mashups and remixes and medleys as opposed to original work. It'll be interesting to see what the proportions are, like how much is original and how much isn't. But I don't mean that it's unoriginal. A mashup isn't unoriginal, because I did say that, you know, it's making it their own and it's remaking it. I guess it's like a makeover for a song and multiple songs. It's taking pieces of music. It's like an artist or a musician would take different notes and make them something else. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not making original work. It is very original, and I don't know where to go from there, but we'll see where the music and the art industry go from here, because it's become quite a feud, and but everyone's still enjoying the music and they're still enjoying the art, and I think the point of music and art is to get it out there and have people take it in and make it their own and get something out of it and have it, you know, become something else, personalized and creative.